Hello, this is Jolly,
And I'm Tony.
and this is Table Ready, the most professional of tabletop gaming streams.
We definitely did not try to go live and it goes straight to technical difficulties. You did not see that. This is not a ruse.
That was amateur hour, and we are definitely professional hour now.
So, this week, we're
Yeah.
playing Star Wars Legion, right?
This week, we were going to play Star Wars Legion, but then, funny quick story, I was deathly ill all weekend in bed, to the point where my neck hurts from laying in bed so much and sleeping. So I got nothing done from the Shadow Collective box that I had and intended to paint up this weekend.
And you know, our beloved producer Sean, what he says, if it's not painted, can't go on the table, and we can't risk having you be fired by doing that a second time.
I've got my one strike, so I did the professional thing because we're a professional stream, and I notified Jade, our producer tonight, and Tony here that I was sick all weekend and I do not have those models ready yet. So we came up with an alternative plan of a couple of games that we're going to show off.
We're gonna play some board games.
We're going to play some board games tonight, and Legion, Star Wars Legion, we'll still be doing that in the future, but it will be after the New Year's now.
So we got what? One more stream and then we're taking a break?
We got one more stream this year, and then we're taking a 2-week break during the holidays. So what we're streaming next week,
I believe it's a three-way.
3,
We start after the beginning of the new year.
we start after the beginning of the New Year. We take a break. That just also happens to be 3 weeks, not 2. 1/11.
Next stream is on January 11th.
Well, not next stream.
Stream is on 12/14.
After the break, our next stream is January 11th.
We're so well organized and coordinated.
We're professional.
But, so next week, just to let everybody know, we're doing...
We're doing a holiday games with the family stream. We've invited a couple guests who are going to join us, and we're going to be playing 3 games that you can play with your families around Christmas time when you're a little bored from sitting around and avoiding talking about things like politics.
Yep, so when Uncle Joe's had a little bit too... You know, you can just play an easy, non-political game with him instead.
And still hate everyone at the end of it. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So
All right.
what are we playing today?
All right, so what we have today, I am excited to show this off because this was one of my favorite finds from Gen Con this year.
Okay.
This is a game that is actually not out yet. I demoed it, and the first thing I want to say about it is the gentlemen that demoed this game for me were the best demoers at the entire con. And this is a little indie game. But they not only brought in my interest with the game itself, but sold me completely with how well they demoed it and just kind of how jovial the whole experience was.
Good.
I loved it. So, like I said, this game is called Absolute Reign. It is not out yet. It will Reign Absolute. Sorry.
Let's get that cam of the box here
Yep.
so you can
Reign
see that.
Absolute. I'm trying to read upside down. It's not working well for me. But what it is going to be on Kickstarter here soon. And I love the game so much and kept on visiting them so much that I talked them into giving me a copy, one of the few copies they had of the game, to show off on the show. So I've had the intention of having this on the show at some point for a while now.
Now, don't let the size of this box get you. This isn't an expansion. This isn't a tiny game or anything. This is a full-fledged board game. But my first comment was it is very size ergonomic. Everything comes in the box, and you've got plenty of room for things like expansions, which here's one of the expansions already that Jolly was able to procure. So they are very mindful of things like space, ergonomics,
Storage.
and all that stuff where it's just taking up too much space on our shelves.
Now, I do want to give a shout out. This is Adam Walker Studio that has created this game. And like I said, this is completely functional. This looks like a product you would see on the shelf, but this is kind of one of their test ones that they made to give away to people who would show it off for them.
You said this was coming to Kickstarter soon?
This is coming to Kickstarter soon. So it's something to keep an eye out for. And when I find out about it, I'll definitely let people know when it goes up. But we're going to show this off today. Now, the big thing that I want you to know is if you like Stratego, this is a Stratego type card game with a little bit of chaos to it because there are buff cards you'll put on them, but it's all really straightforward. I just taught Tony this game about 20 minutes ago. We went through an entire game at that point. So we're going to play several of them tonight with a couple different races.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's fantasy based. So Tony, what are you playing?
Tonight I am going to be playing the Orc faction. I'm going to grab this cam here to kind of show people off. So, the way the Orc faction is going to be working, and the way the game works is, we're going to have face-down cards on the table. And he's going to have face-down ones against me. Go ahead and put one. And if we go to attack, I move one in and we both flip. We compare their power and any special abilities they have, and some will get rid of the others.
Yep.
And I'm trying to kill a key card of his, which is basically his king. He's trying to wipe me off the board because I'm a horde of orcs.
Yep.
So, orcs, we have a little bit, hold on. There we are. We have a little bit lesser power on some of them, but I've got some buffs like one giant unit called the Ogre and things like that. And my king is actually more of a promotion. One of my regular dudes is going to become the Warlord. And if Jolli ever kills my Warlord, then I just simply promote it to another one. Anyone but that big Ogre can be my Warlord. And so Jolli wins when he wipes everyone but the Ogre off of the board.
Yep.
Maybe including the Ogre, maybe not.
Maybe. And then my side is more of a traditional. I'm kind of the northern barbarians, the raiders. My side's more of a traditional of what you would think of when you think of Stratego, in that I have a war chief who is my key piece. So if Tony at any point destroys the war chief, I lose. So we've got two different races, one simple set of rules, but we also have two different ways that we're kind of going to play them. Tony can throw really whoever he wants at me, and even if it's his warlord that perishes, he's still okay for a while. Me, one of my most powerful pieces is my war chief. I have to be careful with him. Now, just like Stratego, we're not going to know where each other's pieces are until attacking and defending starts to happen. Then it's up to each of us to remember anything about the other person's pieces. Now, there's a little more to it. We said there's buff cards, and there's this deck right over here. We have them set up behind the box. But we'll explain those as we get to them, because I want to jump right into this.
So let's quickly see who's going to go first. We're going to reveal these. One of them is going to have a higher number. I got a 3.
I got a 4. So this number right down here is kind of what we use in place of rolling a die or anything else. So I got the higher number off of us each randomly drawing a card. So I will place a card first. Now notice, one thing I want to say is we're playing on just a playmat, and this is how the game's intended to play. They did tell me they will be coming out with a deluxe playmat, which is gridded.
That'll be really nice.
And what they're also planning on doing is they're going to have even more playmats that will have special features on them that will augment how the game plays. So there'll be like an Orc Kingdom board and a Northern Raiders board that have different features to them and different augmented, there we go, game rules. But for now, we're going to create our own grid by placing cards.
And you won the roll-off.
I won the roll-off. What we do is we shuffle our cards. I will not get to look at any of these cards except for the top one. I'll get to look and see what my top one is, but I don't have many options when placing my top one. I just get to know what it is. So I have to place it in the center here, and we're basically a grid that's going to be 6 spots between me and Tony and 5 from side to side.
Okay, I'm going to look at my first, and I have no choice. I have to place my first one adjacent to yours.
You have to place your first one toe-to-toe, facing off against mine. Now, from this point on, whenever we place one of ours, we place it adjacent to one of our existing cards. Mm-hmm. If for some reason that's not an option, then you put it adjacent to any card.
There we go.
But we're not going to have an issue of our
pretty small
forces,
bets.
our armies, placing all of them.
So you're back to you. Look at your top one. Choose where to place it.
Top one. I'm going to put it off to the side here.
Okay, I'm going to look at my top one. I'm going to even cheat. I'm going to show you guys what I've got so you can kind of look around. So I've got...
What?
Let's see. Make sure you got...
I'm trying not to look, but I'm so curious.
So curious. I want to cheat. We might preemptively put that medal on you.
I've not cheated yet.
Okay.
I have it from last week, but I haven't cheated yet this time. I'm going to do a similar thing. Tony, don't look. Don't cheat. I'm just going to kind of... So, as you can see what I have there, I'm just going to go ahead and place it right here.
Okay. Here's my next one. And we're gonna go there.
All right. Now, I could keep on showing all of you my cards, but I'm going to make this setup quicker so that way we can get playing. I'm going to put that one right there.
To quickly flash my card. Did you just completely stare at what my card was?
Nope, I almost did, but then I closed my eyes.
And we're gonna go right there.
All right. So these are our center cards. So you've gone over that way as far as you can go. We could go one more spot this way on yours. So my next one I'm going to place right here.
Flash the card.
I'm going to create a face-off line right there.
And we're just gonna triple up over there. Quadruple up. Quintuple up. Don't know what comes after quintuple.
Five tuple. No, six tuple. Sextuple.
Hex?
It's sextuple.
Sextuple?
After quintuple, because quintuple's 5, sextuple's 6.
Because okay, moving on. We're getting yelled at by our producer.
I will put this
Semantics.
one right there.
Okay, we've got that. We're gonna put it in the last open spot. Make sure we can see the whole grid. Yes, we can.
All right, I'm putting this one right here.
Here we are with that.
Final one. We're going to reinforce over here.
And here's my last card. Ta-da.
All right, so from this point on, we can do one of 3 actions. So the first action we could do is a move, where you move 1 space orthogonally within the confines of our grid that we have. The second action is you can attack, where you pick an enemy card adjacent to yours, and you say you're attacking it. Both players reveal the cards, and anything else that might be attached to those cards, and then highest number wins. And if the attacker wins, they move into the defender's space. If the defender wins, they stay where they are because they defend their spot. Now, the third action won't come into play until later, but it is the Doom action. Basically, it's something there to make it so that way you don't have to chase one single piece around the board. You can call Doom. You have to sacrifice one of your pieces right away, but then the opponent also has to sacrifice one of theirs. So if they're down to 1 or 2 pieces and you're kind of working your way to taking them, and they're just kind of doing some sort of stalemate thing, you could do a Doom to speed up the game.
So you won the roll-off. I've promoted one of my dudes to be the Warlord.
Okay.
Which everyone knows that whoever's the Warlord just gets a +1 attack buff and a -2 defense buff.
Yep. So they are not very good at defending. You kind of want to attack them, which is fine because if you attack into something and it dies, somebody else becomes your Warlord.
Exactly.
So I know where Tony's Warlord is. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be easier for me to win because I still potentially have to go through pretty much everything else. Tony has no idea where my War Chief is.
Nope.
Now, when I go, I can look at my own cards to decide what I want to do, but of course I cannot look at Tony's. So Tony, we're going to start off with this one.
Okay.
Is going to attack that one.
You're going to attack straight out. So
Yep.
you've got your champion.
I've got a champion at a
worth
strength of 7.
And I've got my warriors, which is at a strength of 6.
All right.
7 beats 6, so mine gets defeated.
Warriors destroyed. Now here's where the kind of chaotic part of this game comes in. Now that my turn is gone, I get to draw one from this reinforcement deck right here. These are going to be different cards. Either going to be something that resolves immediately after I draw it, or it'll be a buff of some kind that I will put under one of the cards here. Now I attacked you, so I'll actually be right there.
Yes.
Now what this will do is this will add some mystery to things even once we've discovered what each other's cards are, and kind of make us second guess decisions. So I'm going to draw my reinforcement card, and I'm going to place it right here underneath of this one.
All right, it's my turn. So I need to pick somebody to move. I am going to take this card, and I'm going to move it to the left.
That sounds like it's an ogre or something.
You've got your champion.
Champion.
I've got my shaman, which allows me to draw and resolve 1. So I'm gambling.
So he has a special ability. He's going to gamble to draw and resolve 1. Be nothing. Draw
And I
2.
got to draw 2 more. Actually, no, I don't. It says at the start of resolving.
Yep. So that one doesn't actually do anything
Whamp,
because
whamp.
it's at the start of resolving. So unfortunately, the shaman is doomed, which is similar to what happened in our practice game. I think that's the exact same thing that happened. Didn't you draw the
You
draw 2
attacked
card?
me.
And then you drew the
I drew a draw 2, and then we resolved the draw 2 accidentally.
Yeah.
We cheated in the pregame.
Well,
But then all of the draw 2s were crap.
we're nothing.
Absolute crap.
Which this deck is mostly buffs. There's very few like just other things in here. So Tony's luck was not the greatest. Well, this champion is just mauling through stuff. So let's see what else we can do. Attacking that.
Going there?
Yep. I'm at 7, of course.
I'm afraid you found my
Oh,
ogre.
I found the ogre. Okay, at least I know where it is. Champion, you're done. Oh, Tony, you know what you forgot?
Oh, yes. I'm going to quickly add this. I couldn't have added it to the ogre,
Couldn't
so
have
it
added
didn't
it to the ogre,
change
so it doesn't
anything.
matter there. Because the
But-
ogre has a rule where you can't add cards to it, and that includes the warlord card.
Put it right there.
All right.
So now you do
Then
yours.
champion attacked, got crushed by the ogre, was feeling very brave and foolish.
For some reason, it's been difficult for us to remember to add a reinforcement every time we
It's
go.
because when you think of Stratego, you're just like, okay, you move a piece, you resolve stuff, and you keep on going on. So this is one of the parts I love about this game, is it adds a little bit of that chaotic element to it. And that in the fact that we don't normally have completely symmetrical type of play.
Right.
All right, so I added it to this card right here.
My action is going to be to move
Yo,
that
ogre
card forward 1.
is moving forward 1.
And I'm going to end my turn
Yep.
by drawing a thing.
Buffing some orcs. Now, one thing that does happen, you might think to yourself, like, some of these, you could keep on buffing one guy, it becomes so incredibly strong that he steamrolls everything. But whenever you have a combat that reveals cards, after that combat, every card attached to that card, minus like your warlord card, which is a special card, gets discarded. So even if Tony has one guy that's incredibly buff, I could chump somebody into him to get rid of his buffs.
Yep.
I'm going to take this one.
Go straight forward.
No. I'm
Gonna move
over
in?
to here.
Hmm.
I'm going to make Tony wonder if his ogre's in trouble.
So I know you have one card that's really good at attacking me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially against that ogre. So I'm going to, before we do that, reinforce.
Reinforce! Yes! Tony remembered. What does this one do? Okay. So it's just, it's a lightning bolt, which
You
means
get
it
to
immediately
take another
happens.
turn.
So that's what that green lightning bolt means. It says, I take another turn.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know that was in there. I've never seen that one, even through all the demos.
Uh-oh.
No, you're fine. I take mercy on you.
You go over there.
I'm going to go over here. Let's attack here.
All
I
right,
want to
so
see
you
what this
attack
is.
in.
So it's my
got a
other
champion.
champion.
I've got a warrior
Oh, no!
with +1.
Oh, but it's only +1 on attack. Sword's only attack.
There we are.
Shield's
so you
defense.
defeat.
If it's a fist, then it's any time.
Well, this is going poorly for me.
There we go. Champions. My champions. Yes. And then I draw my card.
I was just looking.
Mm-hmm. I'm remembering, Tony. So I just want.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm so proud that I remembered. I just want
We're
to
mind
share.
melding here.
I'm going to put that right there because my favorite thing to do is Tony's like, I know what that is now. I no longer know exactly what it is now as far as his numbers go.
We're gonna move up.
All right, so that's a buff guy moving up.
Hold on.
Yep.
We're gonna sink one into him.
All right, so we got somebody with 2 cards on him.
Yes.
I feel like there's got to be some chumpinating happen soon. What's this one? I have to look at things. All right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to move this. No, because that's your ogre.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want that? Nope, we're going to move this one here. Then we're going to draw a card. And I'm going to put that there.
Okay. So we're gonna take this one,
Okay.
and he's gonna attack in.
All right. I am just a lonely rabble of 5. That
I've got a
doesn't add
ward
anything.
rider who is 7 +1 on the attack.
So my rabble is done for. All right. Let's see. What?
Nope.
Yes, there you go. Man, that thing is just so buff. What do I even have here? Do I even remember what I have here? That's what I've got there. All right. I'm going to take this guy and move him here.
Okay.
'Cause I think I remember what that is, but why would I bother double checking?
Sure.
Oh, player may take another turn.
That is incredible. And I shuffled that deck too.
I know. I saw you shuffle a bunch. We'll move him up again. And you know what? We'll put that there.
Sure. I'm going to take this guy,
Uh-huh.
and he's going to attack in.
This makes me a little sad. That's my Berserker.
That's your Berserker.
Yep.
And that's my Warg Rider.
Yep. So Berserker goes down because his buff is a sword, which means he only gets it when he's attacking. So he goes down because he's only a 4 normally. All right, things are getting crazy, Tony. All right. So what I know is, I know this isn't a shaman or a warrior, so it's not a 6. One of your wargs is here, and your ogre is there. So it's chance that could be another warg,
Yes.
but that's the strongest thing it could be is a warg.
And it's got 3 cards on it.
It's got 3 cards on it. You know what? Let's see what we got.
Sure.
This one is attacking that one.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you got?
It is my war chief who has a 9 normally, plus 6 more, so 15 total.
These are warriors.
Oh, you do have another warrior. I didn't think you had that many.
2 defense, draw 2 cards,
Uh-oh.
and 2 more defense.
Uh-oh. So
So-
10 versus my 14 at the moment. All right, that one doesn't matter because that's only attack. Oh, what does that one
And
do?
that's a lightning bolt.
All right.
So I'm going to be defeated.
So I do defeat you. Well, that worried me with that draw 2 there.
I almost ended the game.
I know. I was thinking, okay, I think my war chief could take this, but... So he moves up.
Remind me what the power of your war chief is. It's 7 with 8 on the attack.
It is an 8 with a plus 1
1 on the
if I
attack.
attack. So
Okay.
9 if I attack. So he goes there. I'm going to draw my reinforcement card. And we'll put that there. Because, you know, the game of now what does it do?
We're going to move 1 up.
All right.
We're going to draw 1.
Moving on up to my side. There's some orcs over on my side. Uh-oh. Decisions now. We're pretty good. So you got 5, I've got 6, so we're pretty close. All right, so let's see. Rules on cards that I'm...
So just to kind of give the recap in case people are having a hard time seeing it, I've got these cards on the field. This one's my war chief. And he's got these 6, and I know that this one's his war chief.
Yep, you know until you forget.
Exactly.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. This card has a special rule. I reveal it at the start of the action phase if it's performing the action. It is, so I'm revealing it, and I can basically give it a free move. We're going to free move it to here,
Okay.
and then I'm going to do my normal move to here.
Sure.
So I draw that, and I'm going to put it there.
Okay. We're going to take. He's going to move in on that side.
Moving in on that one.
What do
All
you
right.
have?
I have a 10.
Yep.
Total.
Okay. I've got an 8 total.
All right. So my buff does go away, but I took that out.
Now I draw 1.
Spreading that love. All right. So now the bad news is Tony now knows his ogre could take this. He was set up to just camp that ogre forever. What do I have here again? You know what? Sure. Attack.
Uh-huh.
So I've got an 8 because I've got the champion of a +1.
And I've got a 5.
Woo! Champion! And then one of these. And we'll put this right here. Now, am I bluffing or is it a good card?
Champion is normally 7, right?
Champion? 7, yes, normally. Your warlord has a pretty good chance of probably being able to take my champion, I'm guessing. Yep, and I'm guessing yes.
Tag it. We've got goblins.
With +3 total. Yep, because
Yep,
that's
that's a
anything,
universal.
and it's warlords automatically get a +1. So yep, champion's taken out, and your warlord will move to right here.
We're castling up in the corner.
All right, all right, all right. My go now.
Nope.
Nope, nope, not quite.
I'm going to go lightning. I want to examine what's under that.
Oh, you get to examine it? Mm-hmm. The whole card, or?
And everything under it.
Well, I guess, I mean, we could just toss it face up.
So he put a mega shield on
Another
him again.
+6 on top of it to replace the one that's already been used.
Good. So I know I don't want to attack that with my ogre.
No, he's just kind of going to play blocker. All right,
Okay.
so now my go. What do I have here again? And I'm telling you already, when they come out with the deluxe mat, I'm definitely buying one. Because I just like the idea of having the grid actually on the mat. But this isn't working too bad.
Go for it.
It's a small enough grid that I'm just going to move him up to there.
Okay.
Draw my card. So this is one that happens immediately. Player may steal one of your buffs. So
That's my buff.
you only have one buff, so it's just going to be that one. The stolen buff is examined and placed under any of the thief's units. So we'll place it under this.
Okay. I'm going to take. You're going to move in.
Yep.
I'm going to draw a card.
I was about to say, you got one of two guys you can put it on.
We'll put it on that one.
All right. So let's see. What do I have? What do I have? Let's go ahead and
We've got 5 units to 3.
I'm going to reveal this guy
Okay.
because he's the one that gets the free move. And then he does his other action. He's going to attack to here.
Okay.
So he is a total of 8.
7.
Whew, okay. So took him out. And one of these a player may swap the position of 2 of their units. Sounds all right. We'll swap those 2. But all blink of the units must be swapped. Okay, so all buffs are swapped as well. Okay. Wait, with the original unit. Oh no. So that buff's underneath of him now. All right. Your go.
Okay. I'm going to go there and draw. And I can only place it under my chief.
I am going to use the Doom action. So I'm going to sacrifice my clansman to the Doom.
I have to sacrifice my ogre. It's not looking good for me, Jolly.
It's looking rough. Now I don't get to draw reinforcement after the Doom action, so it's Tony's go. Now you still have a Doom action, Tony, if you want to go out in style.
No. I'm going to move 1 over.
All right. Tony's like, nah, I'm playing the just incredible amounts of buff on my guy. I am going to... I'm going to move to here, draw a card, and put that there.
Let's go in.
All right. So I've got a cancel all of your cards and a +6 defense.
Oh, Jolly.
Oh, do you have to cancel all of your cards
No,
too?
that's upsetting.
Oh, because you had to draw 2. Your little goblin was going to mincemeat him. Yep.
That's the game.
I've had that one on there for a couple turns. This is the one I just drew, which made me really happy. But yeah, so that's Reign Absolute. A full game of it that we just played. Now, there are some other things in the box. There are some additional battlefield rules that you can use and everything.
Okay.
I haven't looked at those yet, and I actually didn't get to see those demoed because they didn't have them on the demo table. They're just in the box. And so I haven't got a chance to look at them yet. So, Tony, do you want to play another game with these forces, or do you want to try out a couple of the other forces?
Let's both go in blind and try out another force.
Okay, so I've got...
So I'll shuffle the reinforcements.
Okay. let me have these back. And what we've got is we've got Elves and Empire. So in the base box here, there are the Raiders, the Northern Raiders, the Orcs, Elves, and the Empire of Men.
Okay.
So we've got the Elves and Empire left. Who would you like?
I don't like elves.
So you want the Empire of
Yeah,
Men?
I will go Empire of Man.
Okay. So we'll do Empire of Men. Now I know the Elves. The one thing I know about them, I didn't play them, but I saw their setup. They have a alternate kind of leader style like the Orcs do.
Okay.
So I know that. I'm pretty sure the Empire Men have a warlord or something in there that you'll use.
Yep, I'm going to take and I'm going to kind of look around.
So I am going to show everybody, while you're looking around, I'm going to show everybody real quick what the elves look like, because I know the one big thing about the elves is they have this elder tree. This elder tree is basically their leader. This will be placed at the bottom of the shuffled elf race deck, so it's going to be the last card drawn, so I'll basically be able to place it all the way behind my lines. But then, while in play, during the reinforcement phase, the elf player draws an additional card. So basically, elves will draw 2 cards. They're probably more frail to begin with, but this tree cannot move, attack, be swapped, or be reinforced. And it can be attacked, and it's a 0. So basically, if you get adjacent to it, you're going to be able to crush it.
So I have to eradicate your tree.
You have to eradicate the tree.
Okay.
But so the tree I'll set up last, so I'll be able to tuck it away someplace safe. But then I have to protect that tree while you're trying to get your way to it.
Okay, so mine is very simple. My
Your wife wants this game.
she wants it,
Your wife wants this game.
Oh, okay.
which means we're going to be paying attention for
Yeah.
the Kickstarter then, right?
Yes, we are. For those of you that didn't hear our lovely producer, my wife in chat, hello, honey. She would like to buy this game. So we're definitely going to be backing this once this comes on Kickstarter. We're going to jump to the small cam here, and I'm going to show you that my win condition, or my death condition, I should say, is simply my queen, which is my wife. I love my wife.
Now,
and
what
so
is
my wife is this queen. If you kill this queen, you kill my wife. Why would you do that, Jolly?
I do it to hurt you, not to hurt her.
That is devastating, but I can respect that.
Now she has another rule as well.
Yep. She has
So-
+2 defense for each adjacent unit. So if I surround her with things, she's harder to kill.
It's going to be really tough to just go
Queens.
in and take her out.
Think of
Okay.
it as the Queen's Men.
So as we see, there's already different playstyles here. The War Chief was just an 8 power that got 1 when he attacked. So he was a pretty good powerhouse himself. If you put 1 buff on him, you felt pretty comfortable attacking with him. The Orcs had the Warlord that just moved around and you promoted after the old Warlord died. The Elves have the tree, which
Okay.
once it's placed, it won't be able to really do anything, but it gives me extra reinforcement cards. And then your Queen, you surround her and it's going to be tough. It's going to be really difficult to just go in at her without taking out the side pieces first.
Yes. Okay, so I've done probably a mediocre at best shuffling job on this, and it's probably in your favor as well. But we're going to go for it.
All right.
Let's reveal top card to see who goes first.
All right.
I got a 1.
I got a 4.
Okay, starting off strong.
All right, so Tony, I put my tree on the bottom of my deck like it instructed me to. Yours is shuffled in there, right? Okay. So I place first. Let me see. And I've not looked at the elf deck otherwise besides that tree. I saw that tree. I'm going to, this has just got to go down the center first.
And I have to match you.
Okay.
There we go.
Now from this point on, we get to branch out, and I need to try to figure out, so I could go up to 3 back and 2 to each side. So I've got to try to figure out a setup that's going to protect my tree.
I've got to figure out a setup that's trying to protect my queen without obviously trying to protect my queen.
I'm going to put that there.
I'm going to have this. I'm going to go toe to toe.
All right. My next one will go here.
I put that there.
And then the next one, this one has a rule, Tony. Or am I
You got to
blind
read the
on it?
rules. Or you could just slap it down on the table and see what happens.
That's what we're doing right
Alrighty.
there.
I'm going to put that over there.
All right, so,
Ha-ha.
so you've extended this far
Yes.
as far as you can go. Okay.
Yep.
Right there.
You've fallen for my trap.
Here's trap card.
We put that one there.
This one will go right here.
And I'll go as far as I can on that side.
This one will go right here, and that's as far as I can. That's as far as we could go either way, left or right.
We'll go there.
And then this, my next to last one before my tree, we will put right here.
We'll put right, we'll say there.
All right, and my tree goes right there. I'm just going to keep it face up because there's no reason to have it face down, since it can't really do anything.
We'll go over here.
All right, going to balance things out.
Yep.
So now we're still all the forces from the base set have it looks like the equal amount of soldiers, cards in
Yeah.
them. However we want to refer to them, fighters. I know in the expansion here that they also gave me, which we might crack open here in a few minutes.
We'll see.
There's 3 more races. There's Ratlings, Undead, and Dwarves. Now they told me that Ratlings and Undead are more swarms, so they actually have more cards with them. And they explained to me how Undead works a little bit. Basically, you put a bunch of tombs out, tombstones. You have to resurrect them before they can do anything. Ratlings, I'm not sure how they work. They might just be a bunch of weak things that synergize off of each other.
Yeah.
But
now that we have a moment, what comes after sextuple?
Sextuple
Is that septuple?
Septuple. It is septuple.
Septuple?
Yeah.
And then octuple?
Then octuple.
Non-tuple? Decatuple?
Decatuple's 10.
I don't know what, well, nonagon is a 9. So I'm assuming that they use the same prefix. We could be completely wrong because,
Possibly. I don't know.
I don't know. What? All right.
We ready?
Yes.
All right. First move of the game is reading cards. Or fake
Riveting.
reading cards.
Absolutely riveting.
Read it out loud.
Out loud.
Definitely. Let me know what it is.
Oh.
I think this would be a great idea.
I'm going to start by moving that one back.
Oh.
And
What's the word we're looking for? Nine what?
To multiply something by 9.
Okay.
I draw 2 cards because of the tree.
This game is rigged already.
We'll put one there.
Are you talking about exponentiated? Or
Like,
And-
if you multiply something by 4, you quadruple it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and here we are, Tony. Player takes another turn.
What is
Boom.
happening?
We'll move to here.
Okay.
I think we're making Tony dislike elves even more. And we'll put both of these right here.
Okay. We're going to go and bop you right in the center there.
I've got an amazing 3.
Well, I've got a 6, and I've got the wonderful draw and resolve ability on it.
All right.
So, nothing happens.
Nothing happens except for the ranger just went splat.
Splitty splatty.
So splitty splatty. Let's see.
Ah, wait.
Oh yeah, draw your reinforcement.
I can examine one of the opponent's units along with everything under it. You know, I kind of want to see
All right.
what the big boy is. It's not that good.
No, not that good.
Not that good.
The extra turn card was the good one I drew.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's do this into this.
Okay.
So it's a 4, but it's draw 2 at the start.
And then I'm
Yours
going to
is
draw 1.
So I attack, so I'll do the draw 2.
And I'll draw 1.
So it is. This card has no effect. Oh no. And a +1, so I'm already losing.
Plus, all of
And
your cards
cancel
mean
all-
nothing.
Yep.
So the
No,
Enchantress
no. My
is
Enchantress
dead.
hit it hard.
We're hitting the warpath.
Oh wait.
Ah! I might change my decision now. Put everybody in there. Don't you draw 2, Jolly?
It is. Thank you, Tony. Oh, even better.
He's cheating already.
Cheating already. What? There was like a cheat in your favor. What we got?
We go to the left.
A 3.
And I've got a 6 plus 3.
Plus 3. Woo, elves are squishy, but yep. So I can tell right now, really relying heavily on that extra draw.
Don't wait.
Oh,
Just gonna put that under there.
all right. So I am going to go ahead and I'm gonna have this attack that.
Yep, trying to get rid of him.
So
You gotta draw 2.
It is a draw 2 and draw 2 is a queen, and actually, if my queen's defeated, I lose the game also.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because she's your liege.
Yeah.
So I've got a +1 strength on mine and draw 1.
And draw
so you
one.
as the attacker, I'm assuming, get to draw 4.
4. So doesn't do
Nope.
any good. Doesn't do any good because it's defense.
Nope.
Doesn't do any good. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
+1, so I'm a 7.
I'm
And you're
also
a
at 7.
And you draw 1 card.
And I draw 1 card, and if we're both tied, +2 defense, but we're both tied.
Oh, no,
so-
no. I attacked you.
You attacked me.
So I just lost the game.
You just lost the game. Oh no!
All right. So elves. Much different play style than the Northern Raiders.
You want to try again now that you kind of know what's
Yep.
happening with elves?
Now let's go. And actually, looking at this now, I think I misunderstood the Elder Tree. I don't think
I don't think you win. You lose the game when
I
it's
don't
gone.
think I lose the game.
I
when
think
it's
you
gone.
just
I just
lose
lose
the
that
double
awesome
draw.
ability, which hurts because the elves are overall a bit weaker
Well,
than
my magician, this boy right here,
just
absolute MVP,
just soloed my army.
just went in and wrecked. Absolute destruction. I'm not even. We're not even going to shuffle. We're going to continue with this the way it is.
Can you please put your cards more center, like closer to Tony?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
see.
Where
Okay.
is this the center point?
Yes.
Right there. That's the center.
All right.
Right
So that was a learning game.
Welcome to elves.
Welcome to elves.
They are squishy, squishy.
Yeah, with I don't think there's anything stronger than what we already saw me revealing here, and it literally is relying on that.
The queen, though, the draw 2 innately was pretty good. You just got garbage for cards.
But it's definitely a very different play style from the Northern Raiders. Because Northern Raiders, I'm just like I had like multiple 7s and 8s, including the War Chief. So I'm
Yep.
just like, no cards. Goes with the elves. I can see being like, we backing off and getting some buffs before we go back in.
Why don't you come to us?
Look at us. We're so weak. Come this way. We'll engage you after several turns.
Okay, so let's see who goes
All right.
first. 2.
I've got a 6.
Wow,
So I'll go first.
amazing! It got that skip a turn or double turn out of the
I
way.
know.
Yeah.
And that might be both
Wonderful.
of them because I drew the other one earlier.
Well,
I don't know how
we
many
said
in
we're
there.
continuing, so
All right, are we?
You're
so,
first.
I gotta see what this is. All right, right there.
and I
'cause that's
meet
what's
you
in.
right there.
All right, next card. Oh, that's interesting. There's also lots of rules in the elves.
A lot of text-heavy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like literally everyone I'm looking at has text on.
There we are.
There. 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 I've got to put somebody there just so you don't encroach on my territory.
A good choice.
I was
So-
worried about that encroachment.
This is the length of the board.
That's the length of the board.
Moving in.
Yep, I figured that would happen. But we'll put tree over here.
And finally, we'll put that one right there.
The heroic elves are surrounded by the Empire of Men. How will they fare this time?
Let's remember that your queen is the one that you need to defend, not the tree.
The elves of Jolly Shire do not fare well. The elves of thunderous roaring Jolly will be much better. It's a different kingdom of elves.
Different kingdom elves.
They like trees. They have their own tree, but their tree
Like
is more.
third cousin, 7 removed.
Yeah, they heard that the Empire of Men did horrible things to their cousins. So they're elves, so they're not really avenging. They're just kind of learning from the mistakes.
Sure, sure. As you attack the Empire of Man, go ahead.
I'm not attacking. You're
Make your
surrounding
first
me.
play,
All right,
sir.
First play. Let me remember what cards do. I'm going to move this one this way.
Okay. Draw
'Cause-
two.
Because draw 2, because I don't think attacking you right off the bat's the best idea. So we'll take and put that there. And this one is revealed. May swap the position of 2 of their units.
First thing in the game, who do you want to swap?
I don't know. Do I want to swap anyone? Does it say May? It says May. You know what? That's fine. Let's swap that one and that one.
Okay. This card is going to bop in.
Bop. 5.
Time for the Magician.
Oh, no! We heard tales of this magician.
+4 defense.
The Slayer of Elves.
Yeah.
It's enough. Apparently, elf guards are nothing compared to a magical foe. Draw you 1 card.
I'm going to examine this one.
All right.
There she blows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So my go. That's a magician. All right.
I heard that elves were weak to magic, so I made sure to put magic on the front lines.
Elves aren't supposed to be, elves are supposed to be all kinds of magical, but these ones are not so much. Okay, we're going to take this one. We're going to attack into this.
Okay.
I've got a 4, but I draw 2 cards at the beginning.
I've got 7.
Ooh.
My knights.
Oh.
You found my knights.
Oh, I mean, the only thing I saw last time was the magician, so I didn't know what else you had. I was just kind of like, so a +1, so I'm at 5. I need much more with the second one.
+2.
Draw 2, which does nothing because
At
it's
the start of resolving. No, the enchantress just throws herself out.
Yep.
Uh,
But draw 2 cards.
Draw 2.
Okay. And okay. We'll put that there. And that there.
Knight goes on the offensive.
All right.
I'm going to steal one from a unit.
Curses.
I'm going to steal that one from that unit.
Yep.
And I'm going to place it
I don't like that.
on here.
Now that's dangerous for me. I don't like that. What do I have there? Nothing. Oof. Okay, we're gonna move this to here, and just draw my 2 cards. Well, okay. There and there.
Okay. It's time, sir.
Yep. To just
Knight's going
cancel
forward.
my card. So it would be draw 2, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Your
Goodbye,
Rangers
Goodbye, Rangers.
have gone.
Yep. Yep, they have. Oh, okay. Wow. Knights and magicians.
Knights and magicians, magicians and knights. We know I have a queen somewhere in there.
And she's the least of my concerns at the moment. Let's see. What else do we have on here? All right, let's see what you got. This is attacking this.
Okay.
I am
You've
a
got guard?
5 plus 2, 7.
I've got a
I
5.
was like, just don't beat another knights.
You took out some of my militia.
I'm finally down to human. All right, so now I draw my 2 cards. 1, 2, and we'll go there and there.
You're going to take.
All right,
gonna
moving
go
to
there.
there. I am a 5 with 3 attacks or nothing.
I'm a 5.
So they take each other out. Your militia is as good as my guards.
There we are.
That doesn't say much about elf guards. All right.
You know, I don't think I drew one from my last one because none of my guys have things under them.
Well, you must not have, yeah.
Oh.
Unless it was an instant resolve. Was it? No, the thief was a while,
It was
wasn't
not. It was not an instant resolve. Oh well.
it? All right.
Because we will not cheat. I dare not do it.
I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
Just to draw 2 more cards and hope for things. There and there.
Knight. Goes there.
All right. So I am 3, 9, 11.
7, drawing 2.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing and
9.
9 to 11. Yes, Rangers.
9,
Yep.
10, 11. So we both mutual destruction.
Wait, no, aren't you 9?
So, oh, you said 11.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Yes.
I was like, wait a minute, where did the extra 2 come from? All right, so Rangers took them out. All right, now this is where the great comeback of the elves happens, right? I hope. We'll see.
I don't think that's ever been said before.
This is where the great elven comeback happens. We'll move this way. Draw my 2. Put that there. And that there.
I move 1 over.
All right. Oh, that magician building up all of that buff. What do I got here? Yep. All right, we'll move that to there. Draw my 2 cards. Player may swap position of 2 of their units.
But not the cards underneath them, right?
Not the cards underneath them.
Okay.
No, I don't want to swap.
Okay.
And second one? That one's fine. Put that there.
Magician's got to come in.
All right.
You're getting too strong on there.
So what I have, Dryad, that cancels all of your stuff and is at +2.
So I still beat you anyways.
You'll still beat me,
Without my +6.
but draw your 1 card still. It just doesn't do anything. Yep. So now the Dryad has a rule when it dies. After combat is resolved, if defeated when defending, which is what happened, the elf player draws 4 cards. Any of the green lightning bolts, so the ones that instantly resolve, are ignored, but the remaining buffs are immediately distributed to units. So I'll draw 4 and distribute them. Let's put this over here.
Sure.
1. That was discarded. 3, 4. So I've got 3 of them to place.
That's a pretty good draw.
So the Dryad seems very just throwaway. All right, we'll do that. And that was your go, right?
That was my go. So now I draw.
All right, so my go. Let's just go ahead and move this back to here and draw my 2. Lots of reinforcement. So this one, that's the first one I drew. We'll put it here.
Okay.
Second one I drew is the thief. May steal 1 card from an enemy unit without looking. Is that the only one you have? So we'll draw that. Then I may examine it. Oh, okay. And place it.
Okay.
And that was part of my draw too.
I would like to invoke Doom.
Doom. All right, so you take out the unit first.
I'm going to sacrifice this unit.
Goodbye, tree.
Now
I can't give up a fighting unit at this point. So so you don't draw any reinforcements.
No, I don't.
So it's my go. Move this to here. I just draw 1 now because my tree's gone. Your go.
We're gonna
There?
head there.
All right. So I will cancel all of your cards and have a +10. So I'll be a 13.
There we go. I mean, I still draw one.
Yep. That little ranger with all those elven enchantments. All right.
Draw one.
Draw one. Well, so my go. Let me see. Now this does feel like more of a match than the last, one. I'm going to move this to here
Okay.
and draw my one. And we'll go ahead and put that.
I feel like you just did that. I feel like you just took a turn because I just remember me telling you to just draw one.
Did I?
I mean,
No, because you attacked me. Because your magician died because.
Then why did I just tell you only draw one?
That's a good question. What did I place? I placed that. Oh no, you're right. Let's just toss that into discard. It's not a thing.
And so this guy didn't move over.
No, so it's still right there. Yeah, because you told me.
All
to
right,
draw
Jade. We need you to find that medal and point it right at this boy right here.
one. For now.
hand comes back.
Womp womp womp.
Appropriate signal.
We're gonna move over one,
Gonna draw one.
and I'm gonna draw one.
One.
Place
All
it
right.
on him.
We're doing the same thing then. Move over there. Draw one, which means now we're going to shuffle that back up.
Do you mind if I bridge these, or would you prefer not to? It's fine if you say no. It's just they're
Go
gonna.
ahead and go with it for those. I'm going to get some sort of sleeves for them anyway, and they're pretty sturdy cards. By the way, card material on these is really good. And this should be all. This should be the same type of quality that they'll have in the Kickstarter.
I only
from the
bridged them
Kickstarter
once.
side. Okay.
Out of respect.
All right, so Tony, I may examine one of yours. I'm going to examine just this and its unit buffs just to see what it is. Okay, I see what's happening. Yeah, he could just run around wherever he wants.
Gonna move up.
All right.
Gonna draw one.
Move this over here. Draw one. Okay, so many cards under here. Yeah, what? That's fine. It could go here.
Okay. We're gonna attack.
All right. So I have a scout. I could withdraw the scout to a different spot. I would lose all my cards if I did that, but keep it from 9. But I'm not going to do that. I have a +6 defense and draw 2.
I've got +4,
Ooh, archers are nice.
2 defense.
All right, so I draw 2. So you're at +4. You're at 8,
You're at 8.
and I'm at 8. Nothing. And that's everything. So gotcha. Woo! I thought it was wow. You know,
Wow.
I haven't even that card and that one. I'm like, those are new. I haven't even seen those. And then I remembered the last game we played, and I was like, that's why, because like 5 moves in,
Yeah.
my queen ate it to the magician.
All right.
All right, so you draw your 1. Oh, now it's a game. So elves seem to be very late game. So you try to survive, and then
Yep.
Wait, so did you win?
No, but it's even now.
He
on
won
board.
the battle.
I won the battle.
Yep.
But the board's even now. We have 3 each now, where I was getting completely overrun there for a bit. Draw my 1. We'll put it here. All right.
Move forward.
Yep.
Draw 1.
Draw my 1.
We're going to attack you in.
All right. I'm just defending. I'm gonna actually just move.
You're going to move him in.
Yep. Which I lose
It's
this.
before battle is commenced. You may retreat.
Oh, wait, never mind. It was too late for that then.
Yep. So
Yep.
we take you out.
You take out the scout. What? And that was your queen, right?
That was my queen.
Okay. I'm going to. That's your monk. I know that. So we move to there. Draw 1. Put it here. I'm glad you've already used your Doom.
Take another turn.
All right, you finally got one of those.
I finally got one of those.
You finally got to take another turn. All right, moving that way. Draw a card. Mm-hmm.
Silence on the camera. We apologize.
Moving that
You moving
way.
up?
Yep, that was a big thinking moment for me. Grab this, put it there. Big thinking moment.
We're gonna take. We're gonna attack in.
Yep, all right, time to just unload tons of cards. So my queen, which is a 6, has +6, has plus 14, and cancels your cards.
That's fine. So I've just got 7. All my cards are canceled.
Okay. Oh, and I draw 2 cards also from her, so I got to draw 2 just to... Does nothing. Okay.
Then, after all of that, the attack in, I draw a card.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Let's go with...
Go ahead.
See what we got. I've got +3, 4, and draw a card, and that one's nothing. I draw 2 cards. So,
Nothing.
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 And 2 thieves in a row.
So you're at
No.
7.
I'm at 7.
I'm at 7.
So we kill each other. Which means I win, right?
I believe so.
Woo! That one little ranger, that
was
monk.
very-
I was just like, I'm not attacking into the monk. I know that much, but
Yes. Ah, well. Good game.
good game. Yeah, his monk here, a 4, but an extra +4 on defense. So I wasn't attacking into that. I was thinking about whether I wanted to attack there or if I just wanted the Doom to have us both get rid of these because I feel comfortable chasing you down with my leash since she gets a +2 draw.
Yes.
Now you should finish talking about the game and then segue to break and Sagrada.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Tony, we've played technically 3 games of this?
Let's say we played 2.5 games.
We played
of
2.5 games of this, but we played basically what would be considered a full match in anything competitive. What are your thoughts on this game?
Will you look?
Yep. What are your thoughts on this game, Tony?
Yeah. I like this game. This is a fun game, Jolly.
You like it?
Yeah, I agree with my wife's earlier statement. We will be looking for this on Kickstarter, and we will be buying it. Board Game Yaks. This is getting a 4 out of 5 yaks.
And I agree
Right
with you
out
on
the box.
I agree with you on the rating. 4 out of 5 yaks. This is a game that I really enjoy. It's easy to teach, and the fact that it has the different races or armies in it,
Yeah.
it has a decent amount of replayability, which is the one thing that I love Stratego, but the one thing about it, you play like 2 or 3 games of Stratego, and you're just like, okay, me and my opponent kind of know each other's play style. There's not really much different going on, so we'll dust it off again here in a few months maybe.
Yeah.
This one, I can see spending an evening playing this and enjoying the evening.
I'm a big fan of asymmetric styles. I think that that provides a lot of replayability because you can just switch factions and not know it. But this doesn't have overly complicated asymmetry. It's pretty easy. You might need to play a couple games to get the hang
like
of
we
it.
saw with the elves, going from the raiders to the elves, that game that you just crushed me because
Well, even I didn't learn much except the fact that my magician
was
wrecked in the first game.
Rex unequipped elves.
Yep. So we both like this game. you have it. I'm probably going to be picking it up. So I'd recommend, if you want to look for this on Kickstarter, the name of the game is Reign Absolute. Reign is in like horse reigns, or the king reigns over his people.
Yep, and it's, once again, by Adam Walker Studio. Now, real quick before we cut the break, this is the first expansion that this will be their first expansion. They gave me a copy of this as well. It has the ratlings, undead, and dwarves in it. So we'll just do a quick look.
Let's put this on the small camera.
Yep, so we'll put this on the small camera. So the liege, or the leader of the undead, is the Wraith Lord. He's placed on top of the shuffled undead race deck. So he's going to be the very first thing placed, which is interesting. If defeated, immediately flee to any deployed graveyard. So if you defeat him, he just kind of resurfaces someplace else. He's kind of like a lich a little bit. And it says redeploy to, deployed graveyard. So then these are set up, the undead, they have their side that functions, and then the other side's the graveyard. So graveyards cannot move, attack, be swapped, or be reinforced. They can be attacked, so it's a 0 attack. You can attack a graveyard, so destroy it. But as an additional action that the undead gets, you basically flip this over and turn it into the undead that raised up from it.
And you do get the effect that your opponent knows what's there. But is it all just skeletons in the Wraith Lord?
It is literally all skeletons in the Wraith Lord, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. So you're gonna fill up your side of the board.
Yeah,
so your whole board is graveyard. So kind of looks like the undead thing is to determine when you need to spend an action to raise a skeleton, and then it looks like you're pretty much using your Wraith Lord to do a bunch of your heavy lifting, while your enemy's probably trying to destroy as much of your graveyards as possible before you turn them into skeletons. I mean, the skeletons are a 5, which is pretty all right.
Yeah. We need to do some reading into these, but preemptively, the Rat King, which is the liege for the rats, he does not have any special ability except when he dies, you're defeated. And what it looks like is this group has a whole bunch of rats and what's called a breed deck. So you start with a bunch of rats on the board, swarming everything, and one rat ogre, which is a big thing, which if it's part of the swarm, it's going to be stronger. So there's a swarm mechanic in there as well. But then it looks like you're going to be able to upgrade some of your rats into bigger and better rats, like black rats or white rats, or just better rats.
Okay, so you're breeding them into stronger rats, and then also the more you have around there, and they have a lot more. They have about as many as this undead do, so they have quite a bit of characters to start on the board as well.
And yes.
Thoughts on this game? I love this game. This is, like I said, I saw it at Gen Con. They were in the indie section demoing it. It caught my eye because it was laid out. They had it laid out in a grid. They had one of their nice deluxe mats out, and so I asked them what it was, and they said, "Well, it's fantasy stratego with a little more to it." And right there, I was like, "I want to demo it right now," is what I told them, and they're like, "Okay, we can do that." The guy that demoed it for me, amazing. Like, really, just like I said, jovial guy. He wasn't the creator. I got to talk to the creator himself, but it was one of the creator's friends, I believe. Which, by the way, Adam Walker, your friend that demoed it to me, you should keep him on board because he's a gem. But after I demoed it, it was a game that was kind of like mine and Tony's first game or last game there, where it was really close back and forth.
Yeah.
And I was enamored with it. I was like, all right, where can I buy this? And they said, well, it's actually going to go up on Kickstarter towards the end of this year or the beginning of next year. And I said, okay, that sounds good. I'll keep an eye out for it. And I was a little disappointed. Next day I came back, talked to some more, demoed again, because it being an indie game, they were running into some walls where just nobody was at the booth because everybody's drawn to the big titles. And so I demoed it a couple more times just because I'm like, hey,
I like this game. Can I play it?
You mind letting me play it again? Like, show me some more stuff. And they're like, yeah, that's cool. And then I was like, all right, I don't want to sound like the person trying to get something off of you for free, but I love this game, and I'm going to be starting to show off a local game store. I was like, and I'd love to show this off on the show.
Yeah.
Can I buy one of these off of you? And he goes, well, I'll tell you what. what we're looking for is people that play this and show it off and talk about it. So here, and he gave me the base game. I was like, that's amazing. Are you sure I can't just buy it off of you? I was like, because I don't want you to feel swindled or anything. It might be a little bit of time before I get it on the show because we're still working on getting the show up. And he goes, no, take it. He's like, when you get to it, just, and I got his business card. He said, just shoot me a link to the recording because you're doing recording, right? I said, yeah, we're doing recording. So I'm going to end up sending him a link to this recording. He goes, oh, by the way, we have our first expansion. You want that as well? I went, are you? Yeah, I want that as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
I was like, am I paying for that one? Are you giving me that one for free too? He's like, you get this one for free too. I was like, then yes, I want it. And I love the game. I've been waiting to play it. And I think it's a great game.
This game scratches itches. In my like gamer little like my wants and needs in a board game, it scratches many itches. I really like this game, Jolly. So thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you to the creators for blessing us with this. This is amazing.
Oh, yes.
Highly recommend you guys go check out the Kickstarter once that's live. We're gonna take a short break, but when we get back, we're gonna get into some.
Probably be a medium break.
It'll be a
We're
medium
going to
break.
take a media break because
We're
we
gonna
need to
do a
switch up
medium
a
break.
few things, layouts for
Uh,
next game.
Yep, we're gonna be playing Sagrada. All right, see you guys in a little bit.
All right. And we're back, and this is still table ready. So we have moved on to another game, and I'm going to let Tony explain this one because this game is completely new to me.
Yeah, so this game is called Sagrada. It's a game about making a stained glass window in a competitive environment.
Competitive stained glass making?
Competitive stained glass making. I bet you Netflix is going to create that show.
It'll be an awesome reality show.
And
everybody comes in with their...
It'll be amazing.
You know what? It actually would surprise me because they have the stained glass like the
glass blowing
shows.
competition? Yeah.
So why not stained glass making?
Why not?
competitions?
You can.
They're not comparable.
Alrighty.
They're not Are you sure?
Yes.
Jade, do you
I watched
like
a season
the
of that.
glass blowing shows?
Yeah.
So Jade is pro glass blowing show, not
No.
so sold on stained glass.
See,
making.
the issue is I do stained glass, and I know they're not comparable, but I think it would rock in a competitive environment.
You have to edit the crap out of it to make it a tight.
Oh yeah,
26.
you need more time. You need a lot of time to do stained glass. Anyway, we're getting off subject. This is a dice drafting game. So the long and short of it is we're going to be taking random dice out of here, rolling them, and then I'm going to choose some, Jolly's going to choose some, and we'll go back and forth, and placing them on our windows right here. And so this is what my window looks like. This is the template. I have to follow it, so only 6s can go on a 6, only greens can go on a green. There are a few other restrictions which we'll talk about, but I'm trying to fill up my window here. Jolly's trying to fill up his. At the end of the game, we'll score points according to these universal objectives, like having different colors in a row, or sets of different colors.
Okay.
That,
What signifies the game is over?
the game is over after 10 rounds. So we're going to do 10 rounds of drafting and placing dice on here.
Okay.
If you can ever not place a dice on your board because of the various restrictions, it just gets set off to the side.
You just lose out.
And you just lose it. So at the end of the game, every empty space on your board is a negative point. And then you get positive points for these common objectives. And then your secret objective, which is always you get the score that that color of dice shows on your thing. So if you have blue, you add up all the blue dice on your board, and you get that many extra points.
All right. So Tony, before we start, here's what I want to know. Do each of us want to show our secret objective to the viewers so they know what's
Absolutely.
going on?
Absolutely.
All right, Tony, I'm not looking. You show yours
All right,
to the viewers.
this is my secret color. I want to put high numbers on this color. You want me to say what it is?
Do you want me to?
All right,
do
I think we
to-
need to take that cheaters thing, and I think we need to point it right back at the camera, because Jade's behind there. That's my color that I showed.
All right. So mine.
Yep.
All right. So mine is this right here. So my, as you can see right there, can you read that, Jade?
No. We have to
Focusing.
read it. It's okay.
Okay.
We could
What
read
it
it,
is,
we just don't
this
want to.
this is what I want a lot of,
Yeah.
basically.
All right, so we'll do a simple roll-off to see who goes first.
All right.
Here's your die. You've got blue, I've got yellow,
I've got 3, you got 5.
so I've got first draft.
Oh, you go first in a game, Tony.
Wow. I
Wow.
won a dice roll for once in my life.
You want a dice roll instead of just the entire game. No.
So, at the start of the round, the drafter pulls, in this instance, 5 dice out of there.
Okay.
Number of players times 2 plus 1.
So that way there's always a choice
One
when
extra.
you get to. Okay.
Yep. So I take, and I shake them up, and I roll them. These are our options that we get to pick from. All right?
So now we'll start off with you rolled, you pick 1.
I pick 1.
I pick 2.
Because this is a snake draft. We go down and then back up the order. Since it's 2, it seems a little funky, but it works out that way.
Okay.
So, I'm going to make my first pick. The first one always has to go on the edge of the board somewhere.
Okay.
So, I'm going to pick the purple 6.
You're picking the purple 6. Now, do you place it when you pick it?
Yes.
Okay.
You place it when you pick it, and I'm going to place it on my 6th spot right there on the edge.
All right. So I'll get the next 2 picks. I pick 1, place it, pick 1, place it, correct?
Yep, and you can essentially, if you would like, pick 2 and then place them, because order and thing doesn't matter when you're going back to back.
Okay. I'm going to pick this red.
The 2 red.
The 2 red, I'm going to put it on this 2.
Okay.
I'm going to pick this red. Can it be diagonally
It
adjacent?
can be diagonally adjacent, and I believe that circumvents the next 2 rule. So in this game, one of the restrictions is you can't have a number or a color the same that's directly adjacent. An orthogonal gets around that.
Okay.
Or diagonal gets around
okay,
that.
diagonal gets around it. So this gets around it where I have a red 2 here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can put a red 5 here to cover up that 5, right?
Yep, because you can adjoin things by a corner on there.
Okay.
And it'll still look pretty, so we get by that.
That's what I'll do then.
And it's back to me. I've got my choice of a blue 1 and a yellow 3. I'm going to choose the blue 1 and
Put
place
in
it
the
right
corner.
there.
And then this goes away, or does it go back in the dice bag?
It goes to mark that
That's how
round 1 is
round-
completed.
Okay.
And Jolly, you've just completed your first round of Sagrada.
I'm overwhelmed by the difficulty.
All right, so before we move
How
on
do you
to the
express
next
sarcastic face? Sarcastic face. don't know.
emojis,
Emojis.
we don't have
I don't
those.
understand how this expression of emotion thing works.
I need tiny little glyphs to tell people what I mean.
Now, do I draw and roll next?
So before we move on, I want to talk about. You'll get to roll your dice.
Okay, what are we talking about,
So
Tony?
there is an additional thing called tools in this game.
Okay.
When we start the game, we draw 3 random ones, and these are limited use abilities that anyone can do. In order to use them, you need to spend favor tokens, which are these little clear beads.
Little glass beads.
Little beads, a little nice.
I spend them to use the tools, correct?
the tools.
Now, Tony, real quick before we proceed with this, why do I have 4 and you have 3?
Yeah, so when we set up this game, each of our templates are actually removable. So we can choose our templates from different cards in the deck on setup. And these, yeah, in the bottom corner, you can see 3 pips here. That means mine is a little less difficult, but that's also the number of limited use resources I get.
Okay, so mine was 4 pips. That's why I get 4 of these. So I could use more tools than you, but my board is a little more difficult to complete, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So when you are doing the actions, you can spend one of your pips or 2, depending on if it's already been taken, to essentially carry that out. So that's just explaining that before moving on. But round 2, you are the bag
I get
holder.
to, so it's 5 still,
Draw
right?
5. We can see them. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm just placing them in there, not rolling them yet. So that way I can get my 5. So I've got 5 of them. We're going to roll them.
Roll away. All right. That's. I mean, in this game, it
look-
kind of doesn't matter if
Look at
things
all
are
these.
high.
Look at all these crits, Tony. Tony, we look at Tony and he has kill team flashbacks. Starts sweating horribly.
I'm gonna need to take a 10-minute break. No, I'm kidding.
You see, that's a great thing about. I can't have Marvel Crisis Protocol flashbacks off of numbered dice.
There we go.
Now, if we're playing
It's very niche.
8-sided dice that have unique markings on them, then I might be in trouble. But.
Yeah. If anyone has an identical dice system to MCP, look out, Jolly.
All right, so I get first pick, and then you'll
do.
pick 2, and then I'll pick 1.
Yes.
So let's grab this red 3, and I'm going to put it right there.
Now, I'm noticing that you're taking a lot of reds here, Jolly. So I might be thinking to myself that your secret color might be red.
Now I all of a sudden go, what? Those are red?
I was colorblind.
Well, yeah, I know they're red, so.
Okay, I almost felt bad.
Oh, I should have kept it going. But I feel bad joking about that, or like carrying it on as a prank.
Yeah,
so.
let's not do that. All right,
No, I'm
I'm
not
going
going
to pick
to.
2. I'm going to pick this blue,
All right.
place
there.
it there, and then I'm going to pick this green, and I'm going to place the green.
Oh, Tony, I can't. This has to go on the edge, right?
No. Why?
Oh, just the first one you
The
placed.
first one has to go on
Oh,
the
that
edge.
makes sense. Okay, I was thinking.
I'm sorry.
I was thinking each round, first one for a
No,
second.
no,
I
no.
was-
First one of the game has to go on the edge.
That makes sense. Okay, and then from there we have to branch out by.
Yep, because when you build a stained glass art project and you attach them, they all have to attach to something.
That makes sense. I see. Okay.
I'm going to take this green, and we're going to plop it right there. Now, something that you'll need to keep in mind going forward is these conditions. If you have a repeating color in a column, you can't score off of that column.
Okay.
So I've drafted my 2
And it's going to be the same actually for.
in rows, so it's actually a little difficult.
Okay. So I'm going to grab this yellow 6, and I'm going to put it right there.
In the corner. All right.
Yep.
Last one. End of round 2.
Round marker. Now, when do we
Moving.
use the tools?
We can use the tools depending on when the tools say so. So
Oh.
these 2 have draft in dark.
drafting.
So they'll say after you draft a die, so after you choose one, you can activate that tool by paying for it. And then here is when you're placing things out there. You can choose to kind of shift things around.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
So because this is such a limited resource, it's highly recommended that you wait until later
Wait
when
a
you
little
actually
bit
need
when
it.
you need them in order to free up spaces or do something like that. Okay.
There's some reds. Jolly's looking excited at those
All those
reds.
green dice. No.
Stop. It's not okay. All right. And
Let's see what you got.
Alrighty.
All right. You know, that's a plausible roll. It's not a Yahtzee.
Yep. I'm going to nab.
It's not a 20 damage barbarian hit, huh, Jade?
Flashback.
You missed that during dice throwing, Tony.
Ooh.
Just a barbarian just
It
walloping.
was tough to beat Jolly for a little bit. But he
Dude.
recovered.
I can. Well, let's hope that I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to.
Let's hope that I can do it. Tony's like, whatever, moving forward.
Yeah, there's actually damage in Sagrada now.
There's psychic damage.
Yep.
I'm going to take that red 4
Okay.
and I'm going to place it over there.
I'm going to grab this purple 4, and I'm going to put it in the purple.
You know, you're kind of doing bad for yourself later because you have to put a 4 there. And you just put a 4 next to it.
Oh, because you can't place those like that.
What's the opposite?
Oh, because it can't be same number or same color.
Can't be same
I was-
number or color next to each other.
Thank you, Tony.
But you can't place there because it's not touching anything.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, Tony, now
I'm
we're
helping
just,
you.
You're helping
I'm
me.
trying to keep that cheater's badge off of you, Jolly.
Well, it wouldn't be a cheater's badge. I'd
Now,
just be
if you
putting myself
place,
in the
if
tough
you place
spot.
something there first,
But
you
I
can
can't
then
put a
place.
but I can't put a purple there at the moment. So
You get
is it fine if I grab? I
get
get
to back-to-back
two, right?
drafts.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab this one first, actually. The yellow right there,
okay.
and then I'm still gonna grab this, and I'm gonna put it here because anything can go in the empty spaces, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna put it there.
Good. Wonderful. And back at me, I'm gonna grab the yellow 3. Put it right there.
Okay, and then round 3 is finished.
Congratulations, sir.
Next round.
Next round.
Next round. How many do I got? I've got 4, I think. 4 and 5. Let's roll these bones. All right. So we've got a bunch of 2s, a 3, and a 6 of a few different colors. Now, I just realized, and I'm disappointed, red's not included on this. That's boo.
Well, so
Oh, it's no repeated colors.
no repeating colors. That's just an
cool.
example.
That was just an example. That's good
Now,
then.
you've already gone and put 2 reds in the same row,
Yep.
but
But
we can only move on from there.
I can fix that. So I'm going to grab this blue. I'm going to put it right down here in this
Okay.
corner.
Sure thing. All right, my choice. My choice.
Your choice. Your choice.
I'm going to grab red 2,
Red 2.
place it right there. And then I'm going to grab,
The decisions.
I'm going to take the purple 2.
Purple 2.
And I'm going to take and place the purple 2 right there on that 2.
Okay. So then I get to pick one more. I'm going to do that. Move that to there.
It still has to obey the touching restrictions.
still has to obey
it's
the
this
touching
one that
restrictions?
lets you not.
I see.
That's after you draft
After
it.
drafted. Okay. Well, then we will hold off on that. And instead, I'm going to grab this and put that there.
Cannot do that, Jolly.
Because
What's-
it's a 3. Yep, you
There
are right.
you are.
So I'm going to grab the blue one and put it there.
There we
There.
go.
That
Everything's
works.
legal. Everything's
Everything
kosher.
works now. Okay. I'm
starting to get a
starting to
hold of
get it now.
We might be able to play a second game of this, depending on how time runs, now that you kind of understand how it works.
I mean, we're not halfway through, and I've got it now, I think. At
All
least
right.
a good enough grasp to where... What do we got? Oh. If you like
Got-
green, it's good.
Yeah,
I'm all right with green. I got
I'm
some
okay
green
with green as
spots.
well. I'll grab a green. I'll place it over there.
All right. I'm going to...
I'll actually, before I do that, I'm going to move it and place it on this 6. Get this 6 taken care of.
Okay. What do I want? I want...
Want to get that pesky purple spot out? But it's
No.
a purple 4.
Nope. And I can't place either of those in the green spot. So I guess we'll just go red.
Sure.
Sure, and we'll just put it right here
Okay.
to make it so that way it's not in the same column or row as another red.
Absolutely.
And then I get a second one.
Get a second one.
So it's one I definitely want to be able to place. And I can grab this green 2 and put it down here.
There we go.
Because that's a good place to fill that. Because
Yeah.
I can't put 5s or 6s down there.
Yep, I'm going to get some of these place restrictions out of the way while I can. So I'm going to put that green over there.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's the
Round
end.
5.
That's
Halfway
so
through.
Let's take a second and show our audience where our boards are. If we can see this. There, that looks like a deglared.
So neither of us have missed a play yet. So we've got,
We're on track to fill the boards.
we're halfway through filling the boards.
At
That's
the
kind of where we're
moment,
at.
Jolly is kind of behind because he has 2 reds in the same row, and we have a special scoring objective that wants non-repeating colors in a row.
Will you switch the dice tray and your windows?
So,
Yep.
like that.
No, go ahead and switch it back. I
Switch
thought
it
you
back.
could do better.
Jade lied to us.
Will you push the dice tray down though, so it takes up less, and then kind of shift your windows a little?
So we'll roll them and put them in the top half of the tray.
Okay. Like that.
We can also do like this.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Look at
this.
We're learning things.
Learning
We're
things.
doing it.
Round 6. So there's 5 right there. I just drew 5. All right, so let's see. We have greens, red, blues, blue
And a
purple. I'm gonna
Blurple. if you
Blurple.
will.
I'm grabbing this purple one to put right there.
Get pesky purple spot.
Getting that pesky purple spot all the way.
Back-to-back drafts, eh?
Back to
Well,
back.
I see a spot that really fits the red there. And let's see here. I believe this blue 6 would work nicely
On this yellow 3. What? No.
right there.
Right there? All right. So then I get to pick one more. I'm going to pick this. But
I
since it's move time, when do I get
Before
to
you
do
spend
this?
it, I should also say I forgot to. Every one of these you hold on is an extra point at the end of the game.
That's fine. I still want to spend one because I want to move this red to here now,
And that is legal.
which is now legal, right? Because it's now I'm going to grab this and I'm going to place it
I will say if you wanted to put something completely different and just cover up that red spot, you could have, because this lets you ignore the placement restriction.
it does, but I'm fine with that.
Sounds good.
I wanted to move that red was the biggest thing.
Yep.
So that's completely okay with me.
Try to get the maximum amount of points.
Trying to. All right, so now we're getting down to the point where things might become more tricky, right?
Things do start to get tricky
First, up to probably 7 rounds is a little easy, and the last, I'm guessing, 2 to 3 rounds is a bit trickier.
here. So you start to fill up, the restrictions become more and more agonizing.
Okay.
Round,
The dice tray just a little bit this way, the other way. Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
there we are. Trying to make sure everything looks as best as we can for you viewers at home.
All right. Tony's rolling.
And we're rolling. We got hot for purple, not for green, and we got a little yellow in there. I cannot put that yellow there. That would make me very sad if I put that yellow there.
because that would be breaking a rule, Tony.
Will you push the dice up so you can see them all?
I apologize.
As you should, Tony. Now's the analysis paralysis time. What do we do?
Jolly. I'm going to take.
Okay. Are you?
Am I?
Are you? Are
Ah.
you?
I'm going to take this 2,
Okay.
and I'm going to place the 2 right there.
2 right there. So I'll get 2. I'm going to take this yellow and put it right there on the 4.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that looks good. I'm going to take that green and put it right there.
Okay. I'm left with purple 6 and 1.
Purple 6, purple 1.
Purple 6, purple 1.
Which
I'm going to
you're
take.
still okay. You got spots you can still put
I'm going
those.
to take the purple 6, and can't put purple there because both 6 and a 1 are next to it. So I'm going to slap it in the corner.
Okay.
Slapped.
All right. 8th round. Let's see how things go from this point.
Might need to start shipping
All right,
into these
so
tools.
I've got 5. And we've got 2 reds, 2 blues, and a yellow. And I'm picking first. No 3s. And a 3 is one of the things I still need a spot for. I could re-roll one. Or that is not adjacent. Okay, so this one
point,
kind of past where that one's useful.
Yep.
All right. But I can re-roll one. I don't think I need to re-roll one yet.
No, don't spend those unless you have to.
I think I go for... No, can't do that one either. So I got a red in each. What can I do with that blue? Nothing with that blue, but the yellow's no good. So none of these are actually all that great for me. Because I can't put... Well, I could put the blue here, can't I? Yep. So we're taking that blue 4. We're putting it right down here. No, that's not good because I got that right there.
Ooh, this has become tough.
It's become tough.
First rounds fly by.
Well, I've already got a ruined column here.
So ruin it further.
Which can't be that. Which can't be that. Which has to be one of these, I guess. So we'll just grab and put
Blue
that
next
there.
to blue?
Oh, can't do that. Okay. So we're going to just say...
The blue can go there.
Blue can go there. Yep, that'll work. Blue 4, because then that'll let me
Okay.
put the 3 next to it.
I'm going to try and get myself out of a future jam here. And I'm going to take this. Ooh, that has to be a 6. Interesting. Yep, I'm going to take this green 4.
Okay. That green 4 and put
And
it
I'm
over
gonna-
on that 4?
I'm going to move it over on that 4 over there.
Okay.
Okay, and back to choosing.
Back to choosing. Back to back choosing.
Choosing
Yeah.
away. Choosing away.
Choo-choos.
This is interesting, Jolly.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna take blue 1.
Blue 1 for right there.
And I gotta fill in that spot
Fill
while
in
I
that
can.
yellow. All right, so I have 2 reds left. And I can't put either one of them here because I've got a 2 and a 6. I can't put either one there because 2 and a 6. I could put either one of them there. I could put either one of them there. So either way, I'm ruining a row and ruining one of those. You know what? I'm going to re-roll this one.
And you've essentially blocked me from using anything else because now that when a tool has pebbles on them, it costs 2 instead of 1.
Okay.
And I only have 1
Only
left.
have 1. So I re-roll this. If it cannot be placed, I return it to the draft pool. Does that mean I don't use it, or I still pick one from the draft pool?
That is your pick, and it goes back into the draft pool. So
Okay.
you just lose it.
Okay. Well, let's see. 3. 3's okay. I can work with a 3.
You can work with
I'll
a 3.
put it right there.
For sure. Penultimate round, Jolly.
All right. So we got 2 rounds left, and things are difficult. I still have a 3. You still have a 5. And then we're getting a little closed in. All right, all right,
This
all right.
might be interesting. All right, so we've got very interesting plays.
Question is, what do you want to do?
This is a true question. I'm going to take this red 3.
Okay.
Play. Ooh. I've already ruined a few of the rows.
Uh-huh.
I forgot to look at the rows, Jolly. Well, I haven't ruined that row yet. Placing anything there ruins the row. Jolly.
Anything that's there, yeah. Anything that's available completely wrecks that second row of yours because those are the 3 colors that are already there.
So it's wrecked. It's gone.
All right. So I don't have, there's no 3 available here anymore. So now I need to see what can I place. I can place, so blues are already in that yellow here, but I can't place the yellow because of that yellow. I'm trying to think, are there any big brain plays to pull? because I still have 2 of these. So I still could technically
You could do a
do
reroll.
this or that, right?
Yes.
So let's see. I don't know if there's any big brain plays that are good enough.
I'm just going to place my singular one right there.
Not at the moment. So I'm going to grab this
Okay.
6 and put it here.
Sounds good. And
And,
yeah,
and let
you're
me
gonna be
see.
ruining one of your rows.
1, 2.
All of my rows are
I was
out.
just looking to see if there was any way I could pick a number to make it so you couldn't place something. But I don't think so. Either way, you'll be able to place
I can place
of
one
them.
there or there.
Actually, no, you can't. I'm going to grab this one. We're going to put it in the corner.
You're being a jerk, I see.
I know. I am.
So I draft this one, and I cannot place it anywhere because
there are
there's a
2
1 next to that
spots. Yep.
spot. There's a 1 next to that spot.
So you just lose it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo! Big brain plays.
Here's hoping you can't draft anything this last round,
It
Jolly.
might happen. All right, got 5 of them here. There's no greens and no purple, so I hope you didn't need green or purple. All right, so we got 2 4s. We got several 4s, blue and so I need this yellow 3, and it so happens that it could go right there.
Well, Jolly, let's take this color by color. No reds can go here. No blues or reds can go here. So I'm forced to put a blue here.
Well, no purple could go there either. But you're just talking about what's available. Okay, I see what you're doing.
All the blues are 4s. There's
so
a
it can't
4
go
next
there.
to it.
And there's no
I
5s.
don't have the ability to reroll.
So you're just kind of done, aren't you?
I have to draft 2,
You have to draft 2. So
and they're exiting the pool.
So you want to see? I can't.
I want to basically you can't place anything there either.
Nope, because I've got a blue and a red there.
But you can do a reroll.
I can't do a reroll. So grab.
But the reroll doesn't matter. You can move one.
I can move one. I can move one. The move one matter. The move one could matter. So, which 2 do you want to grab? That's the question.
That's the question. I think I have to eliminate a whole color.
It's probably the best bet because otherwise you're leaving me with more choices.
I'm trying to see which is more spread out, reds or blues. I think
I got more reds on the board.
reds are more complicated. So I'll draft the blues.
All right. So let's see. What do I want to shift? That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Let's take and do this kind of.
Okay.
Show the
Oh.
audience your.
So what I've got here. All right. So let me see. I've got a 4 and a.
Sit down a little bit. That's better.
So I've got a 4 and a 2. And I've got to be able to play it someplace. So, but that's red. Suspicious.
That you'll be able to play it somewhere.
Can't move that one. Can't move that one.
So you gotta free up a space that a red can go to.
Nope.
Oh, it doesn't have to be a J. It can be diagonal, right?
It can be diagonal.
Nope. But I can't move that one because that's just ignoring color restrictions.
Yep. And there's
What
no
about
color
this
restrictions.
one? Nope. Can't move that one. That one doesn't work. That one doesn't work.
So you gotta find, you can only move something away from a spot you can place a red.
Yep.
But you can't,
Yeah, I'm not
So-
sure I can place anything.
you can
because-
place a red. Could you move that 6 up? Or does it cover up a 6 spot?
It's a
purple
purple.
spot.
Could you move the 3 next to it? The yellow 3?
The yellow 3 can't go there because there's already a 3 there.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can place, but let's see. Well, no, I can only do one of the other, so it doesn't do me any good to re-roll one because I can't put a red there at all.
Correct.
So let me do one more quick look, and then we might just say there's nothing we can do because I don't know there's anything I can do. Waka ga ga ga. 3, and that's a 2, and that one doesn't work.
You'll still be up points because I'm down 3.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I could do with those.
All right.
So, yep.
Those go out.
Those go out.
Alrighty, so that's the end of the round. What we do is we flip this board over up here.
Okay, and now we're going to do
We're
our...
going to take, kind of, just make it so people can see that. We got our little handy dandy dice trackers here. So,
I'm green.
and I'll be red here.
All right, so let's start with you, Tony. Go ahead and count them up.
All right, so we're going to look for color variety here. So
This is for
basically, I'm going to count what my least number is, because that's my limiting thing.
okay.
So I've got 2. So
Right.
as long as I've got 2 of every other color, I'm going to score this twice. So we've got 2 yellow, 2 blue, 2 red, 2 purple, and 2 green.
Okay.
So I've got 2
8.
complete sets, so 8 points.
8. So I'm the same way. I have 2 purple and then at least 2, if not more than everything else. So I'm right with you with that one.
So we both
So
go there.
We'll move that one off. Now it's...
Read what the cards say that you're scoring on.
Well,
Absolutely.
Yep, it's sets one of each color, basically, anywhere, is what this one is.
And for ease of reading.
So it's for every full set of colors we have, we score, and me and Tony each have 2 full sets of colors. So the next one is going to be,
And I'm using just colored dice to show
Cool.
us. That's easier to see.
and the next one's going to be column variety. So
So if
they-
you have a complete column and all colors in the column are different,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll score that card. I've got 2 complete columns, and both of them have non-repeating colors. So I scored this card twice.
So you got
10 more points.
10 more, so you're up to 18. And I've got it just once, I think, with this one, because that's repeating, that one's not full, that one's repeating. So I go
5.
up to 13.
That's it. And then the final common objective is a non-repeating row, which neither of us are scoring, it seems.
Nope, I got 1. No, I don't. It was ruined at the end. Yep, neither of us get anything for that one, because we've all got repeating rows.
We
Or-
score 1 point for every remaining favor.
So you're up to 19. I'm up to 15.
We lose 1 point for every open spot.
I'm down 1. You're down 1, 2, 3.
This is going to come down to our secret objective.
What
What
was-
the numbers on your colors are. My color was green, if you remember.
Okay.
Your color
Red.
was red. So my greens are 6, 10, 12, 17.
17 plus 16 is going to be 33, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And mine is red, is going to be 9, 14, 17. So 17 plus 14
16.
is...
If that's 14 plus
17.
2 is
Oh, wait.
16.
Yeah, so 10, 14, 16. Yep, 16, so I'm at 30. So that means you got it.
That's the end of the game.
Okay.
It's pretty simple, right?
It is pretty simple.
So, getting the time check here. We've got half an hour left. Don't think that's quite enough to run another
So
version of
let's
this.
talk about the game then.
Yeah.
So Tony,
Yes, Jolly.
you brought the game. What's your yak rating for it? Give us your thoughts on it. I'm assuming it's a pretty decent yak rating because you're the one that brought the game.
So, yes, this is a nice game that scratches my puzzle itch.
Okay.
The fact that it's not a big footprint is pretty easy. I like that it has the exchangeable templates, and that adds another layer of kind of difficulty to it. I actually tend to go for the high pip things to see if I can, not only that I get the extra favor, but to see if I can do it. It's a nice challenge for me.
Okay.
So you could even play this game solo if you just want to kind of try and maximize your own score.
Hit a points threshold or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Overall, this game is a solid, after a lot of time playing it and such, this is a solid 4 out of 5 yaks for me.
Okay. I like this game. It's a good simple one. It's one I would take home to play with probably my parents. We played Corkle and other games like that, so I think this is around that same realm of not the same rule set or anything, but around the same kind of like they like Corkle, they'll probably like this because it's
Yeah.
another.
In the realm of like gateway puzzle type games,
Yep.
this is pretty high ranking.
I would give this a 3.5 from my first impressions of it. I like it. I want to play it again. There are a couple of games that are a little similar to it that I think I like a little bit more.
Can I try and guess what one of them is?
What's one of them?
Is one of them Azul?
No, I've never played that.
Wow.
I've never played Azul.
You've never played
No,
Azul?
and that's what somebody earlier was saying. That's the most comparable game, but I've never played it.
It's literally, so in Azul, you're drafting tiles to place in a mosaic. It's got some different placement rules and some different drafting mechanics, but yeah.
Okay. Tiny Towns
Tiny Towns, okay.
is the one. I like Tiny Towns a lot. It's got another grab and place mechanic to it. It plays a little bit differently, but it's the same thing. You have a tableau that you're trying to fill up
Sure.
without leaving empty spaces. And then also cartographers,
I have yet
same.
to play Cartographers.
I enjoy cartographers. It's hit or miss with some people, but I like the fact that you're basically drawing out a little map. And the fun thing with it is, being a D&D player, I look at those little maps afterwards, I'm like, this could make a sweet little world map for like my next game, just because you're filling those different things. But it's also another one of those games that where you're placing stuff, but there are things you can do to hose your opponent, which there's a little bit of this in here, but it's not until later rounds.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of like that quality in these types of games. But this is a very solid game. I enjoyed this.
Yeah, exactly. Those are my thoughts on it. I really like the theme, but that's just because I relate to it, having done the craft myself. And I think it does a good job of emulating that theme.
Okay.
Theme is one of the things that I really love in a board game, and it's really simple, and it's intuitive with how the game works. One reflects the other, and I think that speaks well on the design of the game.
I think theme adds a lot to a game. You can, if you had stripped down rules without the theme, the games a lot of times will lose something unless it's just got a very engaged mechanic to it. So
If this was just drafting a dice game, I don't think it would have the same effect on me.
That's fair. I mean, that's kind of why I like Tiny Towns and Cartographers a good bit. Those themes are just, they're interesting to me. You're building a town, you're you're creating a map of an area. And of course, with tabletop miniatures, which is what we play a lot on here, theme is a big thing also.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
As with how my experience went last week with Marvel Crisis Protocol, I'm going to go back to the game because I love the theme.
Yeah.
If it was just you have guys on the board beating each other up, and there wasn't a theme past that, if it wasn't a theme that I liked a lot, Marvel, I wouldn't go back to it probably.
Just random guys?
Yeah, just random guys. We'd call it Cyberpunk Red or something, which I am interested in playing the game if it ever comes out.
We will see.
But yeah, so Tony.
Yes, Jolly.
Show's a little shorter today, which is fine.
Things happen.
I feel like we did a good job considering I was on death's door a couple days ago.
You've returned to us. You've resurrected from your graveyard, now to be a fully shambling skeleton.
Yep. So what I want to know then is, do you have your game picked for next week so we can tell people what it is? Because you're picking a game, I'm picking a game,
Yes, I
and
do.
our other guest co-host, Clarissa, one of the staff members here at Guardtower, is going to be joining us with, I believe,
She's going to be bringing some of her kids.
she's going to be bringing some of her kids so we get the whole true family vibe going.
Yeah.
But Clarissa's going to pick a game also. So each of us are picking one of the games to play.
Yep, we got 3 wonderful games up next week. My pick is going to be a cooperative game. We're going to be playing Just One.
Just one? Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's kind of a get somebody to guess a word, but everyone individually makes a clue for that word, and if 2 people make the same clue, then that entire clue is erased. Because there can only be just one of every clue.
Just one of every clue. Okay. I've never played that, so I'm interested to see how it works. I did say I was going to pick Sushi Go, but I changed that.
Oh.
Hanabi.
Hanabi.
Because I talk about Hanabi a lot, and I love that game. It is also a cooperative game, and you know what the great thing about that is if it fits perfectly for 3 to 5 people. So we're going to play it with 4 people.
Yes.
Just because that's what will fit well in front of the camera. But if you have that slightly larger than traditional family, or if you have a large family that likes to subdivide into groups, this one handles up to 5 people really well. And it's also a cooperative game.
Yeah.
It's just, I have a feeling it works very differently than the one that you're...
Yeah. And we don't know what Clarissa has picked. She will be showing up next week with bright-eyed, bushy-tailed children, and we're going to play some awesome games. I don't think we have any hobby updates because Jolly was on death's door.
Yeah,
And
my hobby update is the same as last week. I want to get the Legion stuff finished, assembled, primed, and painted. I want to work on more Warcry stuff because that's something that we're going to have recurring is Warcry. And other than that, I always have a pile of plastic shame at home that I like to think eventually I'll get to, but probably won't ever.
No, probably not. I also have shelves of unpainted plastic. Eventually I'll get to them. Who knows? But so, yeah, I think that's it for this week. You can tune in next week and join us for our special Christmas episode where you and your family, you don't know what to do. You're sitting around and, hey, let's play a board game.
Yep. It's for those times when your kids are back from college or in high school and they don't really quite know what to say to you yet. You don't know what to say to them, so you figure, let's just get a game out.
Alrighty. I've been Tony.
And I'm Jolly.
And this is Table Ready. We'll see you guys next week.
You have a good one.